Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 4 of the Bee Hive Podcast. You could be anywhere on the internet right now, but you chose to be here with us, and we really appreciate that.
Assalamualaikum everyone from your grateful hosts, Smeta and Bilal.
We are in a predicament. We have tried a million different things in terms of audio. We are like MacGyver. I don't know if any of you know MacGyver,
I
but
don't
we
even
are.
know who MacGyver is.
It used to be an old TV show where this guy would craft stuff out of like a paper clip and a piece of rubber. It'd like make a bomb. That's where we're at right now.
Honestly, you guys, we're just having some major audio difficulties.
For the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, for literally the last since we launched this podcast. You would think, oh, how different is it from YouTube? You just have a camera, but instead of having the camera, you take away the face and you just have the audio. But it's just so different than YouTube. And we're really struggling to get the audio right. Bilal's having issues with his mic. We spent so much money on a mic that's not working how it should, and it's echoing or making him sound really distant. So we are just praying that this episode will be okay and that this episode we don't have audio difficulties.
Inshallah, this episode is okay. We really loved our last episode, and unfortunately, the sound was just so bad.
And some of it we had to crop out because it was so bad.
Alhamdulillah, we got really good feedback, which we were really happy about. But the audio was just horrible. It was so frustrating.
We're so glad that you guys are loving the podcast content.
Yes.
But for me, I just wouldn't even listen to it if I was you. If I was you, because of how bad the audio is. No. So, inshallah, it's okay for this episode.
And can I just say, Samantha's used to feedback from you guys, but I'm not. This is the first time I am doing something in terms of, posting stuff and putting myself out there. And Samantha's used to the feedback, but I'm not used to the feedback. And whenever I get nice comments, sent, I'm just like, oh, look at how nice this is. I'll be at work and I'll literally
Bill will literally have like an emo moment. He's like, these people are so kind. And I'm like, oh
where
my
have these
God.
people been my entire life?
So funny.
Thank God I didn't kill myself in 2012.
Wow. Whoa, Bill, that's not even a joke.
Okay, that's okay. Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Got a bit dark there.
Wow.
Anyway.
That was not good.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. I love the feedback. Samantha likes the feedback as well. Like,
yes, I do.
And we're really appreciative. Alhamdulillah, we're off to rocky but solid start, I'd say.
Yeah. Inshallah, as we go along, we'll get more stable and we'll be able to fix all these little issues that we're having. In saying that, let's get into the podcast episode. So today we wanted to do another bit of I don't know if it's an icebreaker session, but it's definitely one where you're going to get to know us a little bit more again in a few different weird ways. So today we're going to do Never Have I Ever. We want to play that with you. And it's obviously a halalified version.
Yeah,
because
people think Never Have I Ever and they straight away assume, oh, this is about to get spicy.
Yeah, they think like, oh, this is some dirty, kinky stuff.
Yeah, no.
But no, we're halalified.
We are.
So we just wanted to...
But that doesn't mean it's not fun, because when people say halal, they straight away think, oh, boring, PG.
Literally the only people that think that are like people that...
Harami shaitanis.
No, I wouldn't say harami shaitanis, but people that like haven't found the peace of Islam 100%.
That's true. That's true.
Because halal is not boring.
It's like when I got close to Islam and then people started saying to me, you're so different. Like, you're not how you used to be. Well, sorry, I'm not a kafir anymore. Like,
oh, wow.
What do you want from me? Sorry, I'm embracing my deen, and I'm not doing the stuff that you like, which is haram.
Anyways, we're gonna play Never Have I Ever.
Was that full on?
Well, yeah, you called yourself a kafir.
Astaghfirullah lazim.
And you were never a kafir.
I never was. I have alhamdulillah, I have a good relationship with God. I just have a sense of humour that sometimes I feel like gets me in trouble. But anyway.
Anyways, we're going to play Never Have I Ever. So we've both written down, I think you wrote 6 and I wrote 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So we both have 6 Never Have I Ever questions, things that we've never done. And hopefully that will last us this whole episode. And we also have a question that we're going to answer from one of you that was sent in, an advice question. and just asking a little bit more information about our lives as well. So we're going to answer that as well at some point in this podcast. But yeah, so for my questions are things that I've never done, but that I think Bidad might have done. And vice versa. And so yeah, it's just gonna be a funny time.
Can I just say?
And by the way, you know what the best compliment is for this podcast that I feel like that really hits me is when people say that they laugh along with us. That for me is like the top one.
And also that comment that we got where the person was like, "Your voices are so soothing, it helps me sleep." If I can help anyone sleep, you're welcome, honestly.
Honestly, that's a big deal. My voice helps someone sleep, but I have the most annoying voice in the world.
You should hear Samantha at 3 a.m. Oh, shit. No.
You say that like I literally talk at 3 a.m. Like you just wanted to make a joke. Like that you just said something that wasn't even true.
You should have seen the dirty she just gave me. That was so funny.
Because you said something that's not even true. That's not even relatable. That's not even anything.
But no,
I don't talk at 3 a.m.
Yeah, you don't. You snore.
Oh, do I? Oh, I snore, do I?
I'm joking.
I don't snore at all.
I'm joking.
I don't snore at all.
I know you don't.
However, you do.
No, have I ever snored?
Oh, wow.
Never.
I didn't find this video recording and I'll literally play it for you guys. It is a video recording. He's grabbing my arm.
Samantha.
That sounds like a dying mammoth.
Samantha, where's our safe word? We need a safe word.
But that sounds
Pineapples.
like...
Pineapples.
All right, just let me say, but that sounds like a dying mammoth. A dying mammoth when he snores. You're the one that got into this.
You're no Simon
You gotta
McGee.
see this. Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
No one believes you. Anyways, let's move on.
Sometimes you snore.
Let's move on from the snoring topic.
Little Miss Innocent.
Let's move on from the snoring topic, Mr. Fire Truck.
Okay, Mrs. Tonka Truck.
No, literally no one laughed at that part of the joke. Bye.
What
The Tonka Truck joke. No one laughed.
Shut up! Shut up! You
It
at
got-
primary school.
That joke got boring after Fire Truck.
Dry. Seriously.
Anyway, come on, we're playing the game.
All of this would have been you at primary school.
What?
Just a
What?
little bully.
I'm
famous
bullying.
popular girl.
You're the one that dug your own hole. You started on me first.
I
Yes,
didn't do anything.
this was me in primary school. Someone starts, that's it. I finish it.
I'm not even gonna follow up with what I have to say because I have some decency.
Okay, anyways, moving on. Never have I ever. We're gonna play.
Never have I ever did a number 2 and vomited at the same time. You want to talk? You want to talk? You want to talk?
Wait, isn't this one of those ones that you said that you've done it?
No, I haven't done it. Yeah, you want to edit this out?
Oh man.
If you leave this in, I'll be very surprised.
Oh, I'm leaving it in.
Wow.
I have a valid reason. Sometimes you're just real. What?
Open the window.
You can't. It's raining out there.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you're just real sick. It is what it is. It's disgusting. I'll admit, it is disgusting.
So you're telling me you have done an... I hope you guys know what
Bilal,
number
the
2
thing is, Bilal knows full well that I have done a number 2 and vomited
at the same
because
time.
you were present. Oh, you guys will get a little bit more info
So bad.
about the circumstances of this in a future podcast. But
Have you
that's
seen that Jim Carrey gif where it's like, that would have been you yelling at both. Oh, that's so bad. Okay.
you really wanted to take it there.
Next time I ever. Next time I ever.
Wait. You
Next time I ever. Next time I ever.
You wanted to take it onto the topic.
Allah.
You wanted to take it onto the topic of
Oh
shit,
my
did
Allah.
You wanted to take it onto the topic of poo.
Samantha, please.
We agreed we weren't going to go there, and you went there. Now
Mercy,
again,
please.
this is another situation where you've dug your own hole.
Oh.
Should I bring it up?
Don't bring it up. I'll just deny it.
So you really want me to bring it up?
Bring whatever you want up. I just don't feel like this is a good topic for our listeners. I don't think they want to listen to this. What if
Yeah.
they're eating?
Nice save, Bill. Nice save.
Honestly, I look out for you guys.
Nice save. You just saved your own
And
ass.
whoever listens to this podcast before you sleep, I don't think they want to hear that story.
Nice save. You just saved yourself. Congratulations.
Okay.
Moving on.
Oh, you ask your first, never have I ever.
Never have I ever had a dad.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I don't have a dad.
I didn't know we were going this
I
deep.
never had one.
Well, I had a dad. Allah yarhamu. And now he's not here. But, yeah, that's really sad. At least I had a dad. You never had a dad.
Yeah. Clearly, never have I ever. Can't relate.
Wow.
What was it like having a dad?
It was really nice. And my dad was someone I could look up to and someone I could, like, go to and talk to and ask for advice and be close to.
But what was it like when you were a child and you had a dad?
I was scared of my dad
Really?
because he was, like, authoritarian.
I was scared of my mum too, but
Yeah, but my dad was like, you don't mess around, you know? My friends, when they came over, were really
well, your
scared.
friend's scared of your dad.
Yeah, they were so scared of my dad.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it's
Bloody-
so interesting that, like, what I hear about your dad is always about how fair and reasonable he was.
When we were little,
But yeah, he was, like, very strict.
so Taha once was trying to get something from the cupboard, and my dad used to like to troll us. And I knew my dad was joking, but Taha didn't. So Taha was getting something from the cupboard, and my dad goes, "Ole!" And then Taha jumped, and he ran away, and he got so scared. And
I
I
can
knew he
imagine
was trolling
Taha
him.
as a little kid doing that, little loser.
Yeah, and my dad laughed about it because he knew he was just messing around with him. So I think a lot of it was just him tormenting us, like trying to be funny. But as we
I
got
think maybe his humor was just being the boss.
yeah, and then as I got older, it was like still like
What was it like when you were like 16, 17-ish?
oh, it was such a big age difference, so I didn't really see eye to eye with him on a lot of things, and I didn't
Yeah,
understand.
but did you like push back?
No, no.
So what were you
He
like?
still would have killed me when I
What were
was
you
16
like
or
when you were
17.
16 or 17?
Yes, boss, no boss.
So, but like, did you used to like do naughty stuff?
Well, I'd make sure he didn't find out about it, that's for sure. My dad, there's no one I'll ever have more respect for than my dad.
That's
I'll
so
let it
sweet. I can't relate. I
And-
don't respect my dad at all. He thinks I should die because I'm Muslim.
Yeah, fair enough, not respecting him then. But yeah, I'll never have respect for anyone more than I ever had for my dad. And my dad he earned the respect of all of those around him. And I would never dare disrespect him. And 1 out of fear, 2 out of like love, and 3 just I never wanted to have that sort of relationship with him. So yeah,
That's really sweet.
Allah yarhamu. Inshallah, we'll see him in Jannah.
Inshallah. Okay, you're next. You're next. Never have I ever.
Okay.
Moving on from the funny stuff and then the real deep stuff where I really
Okay.
went there.
Never have I ever.
See how we just changed the tempo of the podcast so easy?
Alright, let's not pat ourselves
we're
on
just
the
so
back.
skilled. We just
Let-
changed the
Lara,
tempo.
Let's not pat ourselves on the back.
Anyways.
Never have I ever cried myself to sleep.
What is wrong with you?
Have you cried yourself to sleep?
Yes, probably like 100 times.
Like how low? Ooh, and then you just woke up the next morning.
Like, you've never cried like making dua and then fallen asleep?
Man, that sounds so peaceful.
Oh, it ain't. It's not peaceful when you're saying, Ya Allah, please fix this, fix this, fix this. And you just say the same thing over and over again because it hurts so bad. You just say the same thing.
Are you about to cry now?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because I've done it so many times. I can't even count.
Wow.
I used to cry myself to sleep a lot as a kid. In
That's
general.
so sad.
Like, a lot.
I love you. I want to have you
Especially,
right
like,
now.
a lot of the times, like, Tiffany would, like, do something mean to me. And I would cry myself to sleep. Or sometimes I would just cry because I just felt sad. And then when I was a teenager and I was really lost in this dunya and I was like trying to find my way,
See, that's the stage I called myself a kefir, just so you guys know.
that was when I was like really crying myself to sleep. And I was like I've fallen asleep on the floor crying, making dua before.
That's so sad.
Yeah. So most of the time when I'm crying, I'm praying to God and I keep saying the same thing over and over again because I'm crying so much that I just can't think of anything else to say, and I know that Allah knows what I'm saying, like in my heart. So I just like say like, Ya Allah, fix me over and over and over again. Fix my life.
Wow.
And I just go sleep.
Two very deep questions.
You've never cried yourself to sleep.
No, never.
Do you cry a lot?
Okay, let's just put that out there.
There's nothing wrong with crying.
I'm very in touch with my sensitive side, that's for sure. I'm very in touch with my feelings.
And you've never cried yourself to sleep.
No, I just cry for five minutes and then just go back to being a gangster.
Fair enough.
You know, let's go back to like being who I am. Sometimes you just got to get a cry out, that's for sure. Like, I'd go for a drive and just cry to God.
What did you like not cry yourself to sleep when your dad died?
No, I didn't.
Did you cry? Like, you didn't cry when your dad died, like to go sleep.
No, I cried so much when he first died. Allah Hamel. Right after he died, Allah Hamel. That I swear it was as if I used up all my tears. Like, I don't want to be deep, or I don't want to like I don't know, but I swear I cried so much that it was worth like, I can't express. It was worth like, I don't know, like a year of crying or something.
See, I remember when my brother died, like because we woke up so early in the morning, it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning that we woke up. 3 o'clock, probably 3 o'clock. And then we ended up taking a nap. My mum made me and Tiffany go take a nap, and I cried like myself to sleep at like 6, 7, 8 o'clock in that morning. And I just cried myself to sleep, and then I woke up, and I was like, "Wow, he's still dead."
Yeah, it's so sad. When my dad died, Allah Hamel, I was crying in the hospital hall. Like, this is very deep, but I don't really. Yeah, I was crying so much, and then I went home, was crying so much, and then that same day we had the funeral, and at the funeral it was just non-stop crying. I don't even remember my dad. I remember standing there, but I don't remember him being buried because of how much I was crying. And then it wasn't until I got back home where I slowly like stopped crying. But yeah, it was just like hours of crying.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
So, okay, you've cried yourself to sleep many times.
Yeah, many, 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 many times.
Is the sleep a lot different to when you cry yourself to sleep and when you don't? Like, do you have a nice deeper sleep or no?
I wouldn't say it's nice. It's like an exhaustion sleep. Like when you've had like one of those really, really, really long days. Like where you're just completely exhausted.
Yeah.
That's the type of sleep that you have. So you do sleep like a rock, but I wouldn't say you wake up feeling rejuvenated. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Um.
All right. What's the next one?
Okay. Going back to something lighthearted.
Yeah, I know, right?
Never have I ever plagiarized another creative's work.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god.
Never have I ever copied somebody else's work, claimed it as my own, and put hashtag Bill knows or Billstagram
No, you know
TM
what? I
on
have
it.
done that when I did essays for uni.
Oh, that's the only time, did you?
Yep.
Let me tell you guys.
No, what are you telling them?
Bill had a previous life where he was really like obsessed with being funny, and
I don't like where you're going with this at all because it's not true. I wasn't obsessed
he had
with being funny.
had a Facebook page where he used to post statuses a lot.
No, don't paint a narrative that's not true.
He used to post like funny statuses a lot, relatable statuses. He was basically like one of those meme pages, except all of it was statuses instead of actual meme photos.
Yes, because I'm creative and I make up my own stuff.
However, I
And
used
my
to
wife's a
read.
hater and she thinks that I didn't make it up.
No, I used to read
Sorry, I didn't have
the same. I used to read the same line
Yeah, because they copied me
2 months prior, and
2
then
months prior,
and
right?
then Billstagram would come out.
Bro, Taha will vouch for me with this. Taha, next time we see you, vouch for me because my wife's a little hater and we both know it.
Bill would come out 2 months later using the exact same quote as his status, or he would alter 3 words out of it and just call it a day.
Yeah, so funny. That's not true.
It is
and
true.
you keep trying to paint this
Why
narrative
are
for
you
me.
lying? Say wallah.
Wallah what?
Say wallah, you've never copied anyone's statuses and posted it as
When I
your
was younger,
status.
yeah, I've copied.
Oh,
but you
see
made
how
out like...
how it changes?
No, but you made out like I copied. Nothing came from me.
Bill, you got their work, you added one little idea that you thought, this makes it so much funnier, and then you posted it as your status.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
Sam, all those statuses, I can't even talk. All those statuses I used to post, you think they were all not from me?
Majority of them weren't.
See, this is my issue with you.
See,
I will admit I did copy and paste some statuses.
see.
No, but you act like
A second ago, you just said that you didn't.
Okay, but you act like 90% of the statuses I used to post were copied. They weren't. It was more like 10% of the statuses.
Did I say?
Okay, give me a percentage to make me feel like we're on playing ground that I'm comfortable with.
I don't care about your percentages.
No, but seriously, I want to know what's your thing?
Stop poking me.
What's
Poke me one more time, I dare you.
what's your percentage of original to altered?
I don't know, and I don't care.
No, but see, you've created this narrative that they're gonna think I'm some freaking.
You used to be a plagiarizer.
Okay, but what's my percentage?
Bill, doesn't matter. You get
does
sued
matter.
whether you plagiarized once or you plagiarized 10 times. Didn't you go to university? That's what they teach you.
No, they
Don't
gave me 3
plagiarize.
strikes, buddy.
No, they don't.
They gave me.
Well, you would know because you probably plagiarized 2.5
No,
times.
I didn't even plagiarize. This stupid guy took my freaking essay, and he copied my essay, and then we both got called into the office.
Well, that's why you don't have friends at uni.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't even plagiarize nothing
What's your
because I don't
percentage?
even get real quotes. I just make my own quotes up and then pretend I got it from a book.
He
Really,
copied
I didn't
me. I
even
didn't
get it
copy
from
him.
that book. I got it from my own brain.
what's your percentage?
Bill, I don't care about percentages. You answer the question. Now let's move on.
95.5.
95% not plagiarized, you reckon?
100%.
Oh man, ya Allah, ya Allah. Can't wait to Judgment Day.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
I can't wait either because we're
can't
gonna
wait
stand
either,
there
'cause I'm
watching
gonna expose you.
watching a little film, watching the film of your life.
I
Rewind.
don't think we're gonna be
No, I'm
concerned.
gonna be like, ya Allah, rewind.
So we talked so much rubbish.
Rewind. Oh, Bill's plagiarizing.
Now, whoever said your voice is soothing, was that soothing for you guys? Was that soothing?
I don't care.
Next question,
When
Samantha.
we get to Allah and we're on Judgment Day, is it gonna be 95-5? No, it's gonna be not.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably
95
going to be
to
97-3.
No, me and Allah know the truth.
Anyway, next question.
Moving on. What's your never have I ever?
Never have I ever eaten dog or cat food. Oh, interesting.
Did you just choose like never have I ever questions that make me look like the biggest grub possible?
No, I didn't. It's up to
Okay,
you.
let me tell you guys. Dog and cat food tasted good when I was little.
Oh, yuck! Yuck!
I don't think I ate dog food, but I ate cat food.
That is disgusting.
Do you know that when I was little, they actually never even used to have a sign on their food saying not for human consumption because human beings actually used to often eat cat food.
Because they knew there was a little Samantha devouring cat food.
And then
break her heart.
then they finally changed the formula to something that is not actually possible for humans to eat because it's not good for us. And then that's when they put the notice on it saying you're not allowed to eat it. However, yes, when me and Tiffany used to go out and feed our cat, we used to eat some of that food. And it's making my stomach turn thinking about it.
That is absolutely disgusting.
Yes, I know, especially the texture.
What did that taste?
The
Why did you
texture
keep
of it.
eating it?
You know, like snot, but bigger?
Same, you're disgusting.
That's the texture of what cat food tastes like. And it's slimy when it goes down your throat. Like,
Why would you eat that?
Imagine eating a slug, like the texture of a slug.
Yuck.
Including the slime. And I just
Is that why you hate slugs so much?
No, I just hate slugs because I hate them. But yeah, I ate cat food. It's not something I'm proud of. Bill's trying to throw me under the bus.
Anyway, so what did it taste like?
5 years old. It tasted... Look, other than the texture, it tasted good.
That's so disgusting.
But the texture was what... The texture
and why did you keep eating it? It was so disgusting.
Because it tasted good. But now, looking back, the texture is disgusting.
It tasted good, but I put myself through misery.
No.
At what cost?
We used to eat so much weird stuff. Like, even when we were little, Tiffany used to sneak to the fridge so that we could eat butter by the spoonful in the fridge. I didn't used to like it, but Tiffany used to eat it.
You guys were savages.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Well, when you don't have snacks in your house, it
always comes back to this. It always comes back to her being poor.
Well, you don't have snacks in your house. You have to compromise in some way. For God's sakes.
Sorry,
you gotta start experimenting. We ate sand, we ate dirt, we ate everything.
I had super dupers. You had slugs.
I didn't eat a slug.
You may as well have.
You are messed up.
That's
man.
Disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Next question.
Do you wanna answer the question now? Like the advice question that we got sent in?
One more question and then we'll do that.
Okay. I actually don't know if you've done this one or not.
I'm nervous.
But never have I ever picked on someone for something that they can't change about themselves.
Alhamdulillah, never, ever done that.
Like,
because
never have even
never.
when you were a little kid?
Never.
I don't ever remember time where I actually, like, went to someone and said, oh, you have, like, something. Like,
never.
For example, you have an ugly nose or something. I never said that to anyone.
Yeah, no. I don't... Maybe... Okay. I'm trying to think.
I had to think long and hard about it too because I was like,
I don't think I don't, even as a little kid.
Imagine someone comes from my past and they're just like, you were my bully in school. You made me insecure about this because you said something about this. I don't think that's...
You know why? I always said to myself when I was little, I'm going to have a kid one day. And inshallah, I don't want my kid to be like that. So I didn't tease anyone. Did your parents teach you that if you tease someone for something, then that's your kid's going to be like that? No, but I just was like that as a kid. You don't understand. Like, everything. I used to think, I'm going to have a kid one day. I don't want my kid to be like that, so I'm not going to say anything. Mm-hmm. With so many things. I'm very sensitive to that sort of stuff. I feel bad for people, like... It's not, I don't, like, feel bad, but it's... No, I do feel bad. Because it's sad, like... They're probably so insecure about something, and people. Yeah, I have always made an effort in my life. Like, I don't ever point out things about people that they can't change. Yeah, and like if you can't change it in like 10 seconds, I wouldn't point it out. Yeah, and people are so probably like self-conscious, and people are like they know if they have something that is glaring, they know. Yeah, like some people genuinely think, oh, maybe they don't know about this. Do you really think that somebody has not already thought what you are about to tell them? Like, are you really that stupid? Well, yeah. See, if it's something completely different, like someone has bad BO, like body odor, it's uncomfortable, but you need to have that conversation. Yeah, well, that's something that they can change. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Something completely different. You need to have that conversation. Yeah, you know, Muna said she wouldn't. Yeah, no. Bill's sister said that if somebody had really bad body odor, even if she was close to them, like even if it was one of her siblings, she wouldn't point it out and tell them. Would you guys tell someone close to you, hey, you stink, if you stink? 100% Because I 100% would. There's not even a question. But would I say it in public and embarrass them in front of other people? No, but I would tell them, hey, you stink. Fix yourself. Because I would want someone to tell me if it was something like that and if I stunk or something that I can change really easily. Like, I straight up told a friend, bro, we need to go to the shops and buy some deodorant because it is really bad. I can't deal with this.
Fair enough. That's interesting. See, I feel like that question really defines your character.
Yeah, I think you're a crap friend if you don't help your mate out.
No,
And
I
you
was talking
know,
about the original question. Never have I ever picked on someone for
oh,
something they
okay.
can't
Well, yeah,
change.
also that as well, though.
Okay. So do you want to answer the question now?
Yeah, our question comes from, she wants to be titled A Sister from the UK. Her question is about the life of a Muslim in Australia, so I'll paraphrase basically what she's asked us. She wants to know what it is like being a Muslim in Australia. She wants to know, is there Islamophobia issues here? Is there supportive and diverse Muslim communities? How to deal with the heat being a modest woman, which you can obviously talk to. Are there plentiful Islamic institutions? Is halal food widely available? And is it easy to practice your deen openly here? You want to go first?
I kind of touched base on this in my recent YouTube video that I recently just posted.
What a shameless plug.
But I basically said how it's hard to be Muslim anywhere.
Yeah.
Islam started as something strange and it will finish as something strange. So glad tidings to the strangers.
So beautiful.
And there's always going to be struggles that come along with practicing Islam, because no matter what, people will not understand certain aspects of your faith, and Islam isn't one that just perfectly mixes with society. It isn't.
Yeah.
So is it so easy to practice in Australia? No, it's not. But is it incredibly difficult? No, it's not. Because Allah gives you strength when you want to follow Him. In saying that, I think that there's difficulties in practicing the deen anywhere in the world, not just Australia.
Well, okay.
Even in Muslim countries, it's difficult to practice the deen.
So being from Western Sydney my entire life, I would say being Muslim is a lot easier than it would be being from the North Shore in Australia.
So where we live in Sydney, there are a lot of Muslims here. So the population of Muslims are really, really high in our specific area.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of normal for people to see Muslims and be around Muslims. However, there's definitely areas in Australia that are very non-Muslim areas, and definitely areas in Australia where you have never seen a Muslim in your life, and where you literally do have those perceptions that a Muslim is a terrorist and a Muslim, is this or that or the next thing. And so when it comes to us specifically, because of where we live in Australia, it's easier. Whereas the burden would be a lot higher for people that live in areas.
Like, I can go to work and ask to use a room to pray, and I'm not feeling awkward about it, and I'm not feeling weird about it. Although I will admit, trying to find a place to do wudu
A lot of people still would feel weird about it.
Yeah, no, they would, but I try to find a place to do wudu, and it's a bit awkward because only the disabled toilet is where you get a bit of privacy, and you don't want to go into a disabled toilet because you don't want to be that person using a disabled toilet when you don't need to, alhamdulillah. So that's a bit difficult, but overall, in terms of Islamophobia, there's a lot of people I feel where they don't say anything and they don't judge you, and they act as if they're so supportive, but deep down inside that they feel a way about you being Muslim.
But in the same way, we feel a way about them being whatever religion they are, because you don't think it's the truth. At the end of the day, like, if you don't think something's the truth, and of course you're gonna feel like, oh, like, yeah, I support you. You make your choices in life, and I'm happy for you. But wish you're Muslim though. Like, we think the exact same way. So
no, it's very true.
But there's definitely some people in my life, even people that I've grown up with, like one of my childhood best friends, her and her mum are like so anti-Muslim, but they love me. They literally love me to death. But they'll go and post, "Oh, I hate Muslims, ban Muslims," but they love me. It doesn't make sense.
I'm trying to think of who you're talking about. Well.
Anyways,
well,
so there's definitely people like that as well.
Yeah, and in terms of facilities, alhamdulillah, there's plenty of mosques. There's
there's so many in Western Sydney.
Like places to go to listen to lectures. There's so many Like when Ramadan is going on, you feel the atmosphere, you feel the vibe of Ramadan.
We
Because
literally have like street markets in some areas of Sydney where
yeah,
I've never been to one, but
um,
we have like street markets where there's like literally street food and parties every single night in Ramadan.
yeah, you feel the vibe. Places stay open later. There's a lot of
A
little.
lot of places never close
I know
at all night.
in um in New York they call them bodegas, where it's like those little stores, those little Arab stores.
You just wanted to express your culture and that you're cultured
Yeah,
in New
I'm
York
diverse,
and you know
universal.
what a bodega is.
Yeah. So anyway, we do have those little stores where like my mum can go in. She doesn't know English, and she'll just have a big long chat to the owner, who's an Arab. And there's plenty of stores like that. Like we have options of different stores we can go to for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it is very diverse, alhamdulillah. Um, and I've got to give Aussies credit. They're very overall, from my experience, alhamdulillah, they've been very understanding to Islam. And obviously, you have the pushback, and you have others that don't want Islam, which is going to be the case. And even those that are accepting, I'm sure, you know, behind closed doors could say something else.
Yes, I would say that there's definitely extreme haters that are just like fully Islamophobic, like hate, want to
And
kill
then
you on
there's
the street. But I would say that the bulk of majority of everybody is just like meh, whatever. Like you're Muslim,
yeah,
end of story.
yeah.
But like in saying that, yeah, the first week I put a scarf on, I did have someone drive past me and yell at me and abuse me for being a scarfie. So I mean, there's
But
two extremes.
that's definitely a test from God.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes. I mean, it is what it is.
Alhamdulillah.
But yeah. And in terms of modesty and the heat, honestly, you just get used to it. When you've been living somewhere your whole life, you just get used to it. And honestly, even when you have moved somewhere, you just get used to it. Like at the end of the day, when you do something for Allah, Allah gives you strength and makes it easy for you. When I first put the scarf on, I was going into summer. So we are going into the hot weather straight away. I didn't get time to adjust to winter weather first. And so when we did reach the summer heat, honestly, that first summer, I wasn't even hot because Allah made it so easy for me that I didn't even feel the heat at all.
And Australia is wild. The weather is wild. Yesterday was 40 degrees. Today was 23 degrees, raining.
Yeah.
To give you an idea of, hey Siri, what's 40 degrees in Fahrenheit?
40 degrees Celsius is 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
To give you an idea, which is so hot.
And not just that, it's muggy.
Yeah, and just not you will not get the slightest breeze to try and make you feel better. It is so hot. And then subhanAllah, today was 23 degrees and raining. So the weather is just constantly changing, and yeah, subhanAllah.
Yeah. Is that all her questions? I think so.
Oh. Is halal food widely available?
Oh, yeah. That's everywhere too. In Western Sydney. Again, it depends on where you move to in Australia. But where we live in Western Sydney, there's halal food absolutely everywhere. Yeah. And actually, even in like Coles and Woolworths, which are our major supermarkets here in Australia, there are halal food sections. And even the food that isn't marked as halal, 80% of all chicken in Australia is actually halal.
Did you just make up that stat?
No, it's actually true. 80% of all chicken, but a lot of it is not registered as halal because you have people boycott halal, blah blah blah, so they just don't put a registration on it. But they're from halal butchers.
Allah.
Yep. So it's very easy to find halal food, I would say.
Yeah, it is. It is very easy, and you have options, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Other countries don't have options. They have to eat the same thing.
Yeah, even takeout, like there's a million places that you can get takeaway.
Alhamdulillah.
Even like McDonald's, there's a million halal McDonald's. Okay. You want to get back to the never have I ever questions? I think it's your turn.
Yep. I got one. Let me find it.
We have 4 more.
Never have I ever exposed someone.
Exposed someone?
I don't even know why I asked that because
Who have I exposed?
I'm asking you, have you ever exposed someone?
Like online, is that what you mean?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Who? Like, are you thinking of somebody?
No, I don't. I'm not thinking of anyone. I'm just remembering that I used to have a catchphrase. I don't know if you remember.
Like, expose someone like not in the social media world, like just online.
In general.
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Don't you remember Most Exposed?
No.
Most Exposed, like 2016, 2014.
No.
You weren't there for that?
Uh-uh.
Man, I was a chatty
Like,
patty.
do you mean like school goss? You remember
Just
when they
Most
had like
Exposed
those?
in general.
Do you remember when they had those school goss pages where
Yeah.
like you would get like your high school and then they'd have
You
all
ran those
gossip about
pages,
their
eh?
school? No, but I actually found out who did run of one of them after she called me a really rude name,
Wow.
and then I exposed her, and then she got, oh my god, she got so in trouble from everyone. Everyone hated her because, well, I guess I exposed her.
What you exposed her for running the page?
Yes.
So you exposed Gossip Girl.
Yes, basically.
Wow.
I've exposed a lot of people, actually.
Far out.
I exposed her, so that was in the 8th grade. And yeah, she just said some really mean thing, and I was like, that's it, I'm an investigator now. So I investigated, I found out who she was. She was actually my friend.
Wow.
Like we used to be like really close friends, and then we drifted a bit. She started her exposed page. Guess what? She was no one's friend after that, because no one wanted to be her friend.
Is it who I think it is?
No, this was in the 8th grade. She wasn't.
Oh.
But I did expose her as well. And then in year 10 and 11, I had 2 girls that were just so bad.
I like at the start of this question how you acted like you didn't know what I was talking
Because
about.
I thought I was thinking about like the online world, like exposing someone online. But no, I exposed people at school.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you start something with me in school, I didn't know how to control myself. Like, I got very offended, and I was like, that's it, it's on. And so, yeah, you best believe, like...
Yeah.
There was some nasty statuses that I made back in the day. Like, one girl, her name was Janae. And she didn't have a very good makeup application. And one time I literally, like, I was so angry at her. I was so angry at her because she was being nasty to me for no reason. I didn't even know who she was. She went to another school. And so I literally went online and I just called her. I said, Janae. Wait, I just said her last name. I just said, Janae is a cheesecake. I called her a cheesecake because that's how her makeup looked. And that's so haram and so mean.
You're so slack.
Yeah, I've actually messaged her and apologized for calling her a cheesecake.
You should.
I did. I already messaged her.
Yeah, you should have.
Years ago.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said her name.
I said, sorry for calling you a cheesecake. No, I'm not going to say no one.
Is she still a cheesecake?
No,
Don't answer that.
I'm not sure.
Okay, because I was going to say, if you
I
say
haven't
yes,
stalked
that's
her.
slack.
But no, what do you mean? You can't expose someone without saying their name? Like, yes, I told everyone everything about them.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
I exposed the truth.
Well, you know what? One time...
But I never exposed anyone just to be nasty. For no reason.
One friend...
I always had a reason why.
I had 2 friends, right?
Yeah.
And 2 of the friends were really close to each other. And let's just say friend A and friend B for...
Do I know these friends?
I don't think so.
Okay, go.
Friend A and friend B. And they were really close friends. And then I found out that friend B was talking crazy about friend A. Meanwhile, I'm friend C, and I'm close to both of them. But I'm now caught in the middle because I would be out with friend B, and friend B would just be slandering friend A. And I'd be sitting there thinking...
So why didn't you just tell him to stop?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. And I was thinking, hold on a second. Does friend A know that friend B talks about friend A like this?
Are you talking about girls?
No.
Okay.
So, anyway, eventually I said to friend A, I go, hey, friend A, do you know that friend B talks about you like this? And friend A was completely...
So what did you do a never have I ever of something that you've done?
No, listen.
Did you just
It
want to
gets
share
deeper.
this? Did you?
It gets deeper. It gets deeper.
He just wanted to share this story. He just wants to share this story or something.
So friend A and friend B were actually going to go on a trip together. They were going on a trip to America together with their other friends at that time. Why are you laughing?
Okay, good.
So I was exposing this right before their trip. So they paid all this money to go on their trip, and I've exposed all of this, and it's now at a crucial time. So friend A was in complete disbelief, and I said, you know what, friend A? I'm going to call friend B, and I had another phone at the time. I'm going to record the conversation, and then I'm going to let you hear it, to let you hear...
You were a full fitna guy. That's shaitani stuff.
No, but I needed to expose...
You are so like that.
I told you, most exposed 2016, 2015, whatever the year was. So anyway, I said to friend A, I'm going to record the conversation, and I'm going to let you hear it
That's
to
horrible.
show you...
That's horrible.
No, but friend B...
The only time
I
I ever did that was when I was in fights, like full-on fights, arguments with girls, and I would literally record the conversation, and then later when we would have another argument, they'll say, I never said that. And I'll say, really? And I'll pull up the voice recording and let them listen to themselves. And oh my God, I remember sometimes I would have fights with girls and then the principal would come call me up. And I was very honest in school. So I always used to tell the principal what actually happened. Yeah, I'll tell you what I did wrong, but also this is what she did. And then they would always lie. And so I would always have these voice recordings and show the principal, to the point that the principal just loved me. She was like, yeah, okay, Smith is honest. Like, yeah, she's
You're a little informant.
Yeah, she's a mess, but at least she's honest.
You're an informant.
No, it's not an informant.
So anyway, he's just ruined my story.
Get to the point. You recorded the voice
Friend
message.
B slandered friend A to the point that
we've got it.
they were saying
the voice
stuff
message.
that was, I can't express how bad it was.
Okay, now you
so
called him up
I
on
went
the phone.
and showed.
Called him up on the phone. Go.
I went and showed friend A the conversation. Friend A was in disbelief, could not believe what was happening. So now I'm assuming, okay, I have just jeopardized my relationship with friend B because I am exposing friend B to friend A, right?
Right.
So now I have put myself in the firing line. I've accepted my fate. I've accepted that I'm no longer friends with friend B because I don't want to be friends with friend B if that's how friend B is. Who knows what friend B is saying about me?
Get to the point.
Guess what happens?
Why do you ramble so much?
Guess what happens?
What?
Maybe if you didn't stop me, I would have finished this story.
Yes.
Guess what happens? Friend A and friend B see you later to me. They both dogged me, and they both went on their trip together, came back, and were still best buddies, and I'm still bitter about it to this day.
Suck shit.
And if I was to see them, I would say to them, I don't know how you live with yourself. You little snake.
You were the little snake.
No, I wasn't a snake.
You're being a little puppet master.
How was I being a puppet master? By telling my friend the truth.
Oh, I'm in control of
No,
this.
my problem is I'm too
If
loyal.
somebody says something nasty about someone, you tell them, do not talk about that person in front of me, and then you move on.
I did do that. There's
no reason
and then they kept talking about them.
There's no reason to constantly go to that other person and say, they said this about you, they said that about you. That is being fitna, and that is not
Edit that part out. I don't like what you just said.
What?
Edit that whole part out.
What?
You're just ruining my story. Edit that part out.
Edit what part out?
Your whole section after I told my story. You're making me look bad. I'm not bad. I was exposing someone for what they did and to my other friend. I'm not joking.
Alright, well, sorry that your friends abandoned you. It's really not right that they did that to you. It's really horrible. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing at all wrong in that situation.
I didn't. I was loyal and I chose to ride for a friend, and then that friend backstabbed me.
I completely agree.
Yes, you should completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me know what you guys think. Did Bilal do the right thing or did he not?
Well, I could have chose a different approach, that's for sure.
Yeah, you should have chose a different approach.
But that's all I knew. I was from the streets.
Oh, you're from the streets.
Yes.
Right.
That's all I knew at the time.
The next question that I have.
Guys, I wouldn't do that today. This was a very younger, petty Bilal that we were dealing with back then.
The next question that we have
Excuse
is
my little outburst, Sam.
what outbursts? It's cropped out.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you had a whole outburst.
Alright, yeah, keep going.
I don't even want to crop it out. I want to keep it in.
No.
Bill's a psycho. That's all I know. Bill just got psycho on me for no reason. Because he didn't like what I said.
Anyway, keep going.
Anyways, moving on to the next never have I ever question, because clearly that story went for so long and you didn't want any feedback on it, like at all.
I'm sensitive,
You didn't
alright?
want any feedback. Me, that's not the right approach, Bill. Bill, how dare you? You make me look bad. Oh man. Anyways, the next question that I have. Never have I ever lied to my partner about something small, just for the sake of it.
What? Trying to think.
I can think of something.
Well, what? I don't think I've ever lied to you about something small. I've lied to you when I've gotten you gifts.
Remember that time you went to the movies?
Oh my god, shut up! What is wrong with you?
What?
Stop, this is like a Patreon story.
How is it?
No!
You went to the movies, you called me up, you pretend you got into a fight. You pretend you got into a fight just for the sake of it to see how I react.
Yeah, okay.
And then you say, laters, I want to hang out with my friends, laters. What are you talking about?
Look, I wanted to know if Samantha was a ride or die, okay? So, when we, were at that getting to know each other stage, even though I knew her very well, I wanted to see how she'd react in a moment of adversity. So I made up a scenario and pretended... Freaking hell, I was so dumb.
I don't know why
So
you did this.
I pretended that I had a fight, and I wanted to see how she'd react. And I said, "Hey, Sam."
He put on a whole story. The guy, he told me in detail about this fight scene, as if it came out of bloody...
Fast and Furious.
No, what's that stupid fight show?
Cobra Kai.
Fight game?
Mortal Kombat.
Yes, as if it came out of Mortal Kombat. You told me, oh, he threw me up against the wall, or I threw him up against
No
the
one
wall.
froze me up
He
against
tried
the
to take my phone. Taha jumped in. Bro, you and Taha, I don't know, Super Saiyan.
Oh, anyway, I just wanted to see how Samantha would react.
And then...
Samantha was so casual. Oh, are you alright? I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
What do you want me to
I
say?
was like, so you're not going to come and check on me?
What, you want me to drive to 25 minutes away to check on you?
Oh, so funny.
And you said, okay, I'm going to go hang out with the rest of my friends for the night, right? They want to know if I'm all good. No worries, Bidad.
Oh, that was so funny.
For me, on my end, when I found out you lied about that, which was a year later, when I found out you lied about that, I was like, did you just lie about it so you could hang out with your friends? But you also know that I don't care if you hang out with your friends all night. It's fine.
No, that's not why I lied about it at all.
That didn't make sense. Why'd you lie in the first place?
That's not why I lied about it at all. As I
But
said.
that's Bilad's liar boy story.
Okay, last one. Never have I ever made a subliminal Instagram post about you.
I've made a post about you.
Subliminal Instagram post.
What, are you thinking of something specific?
Where you've written a caption and...
You have written a caption about
Relax before you get a big head. Never have I ever written a subliminal Instagram post where it could be about anything, but really I knew it was about me.
Yeah, you've done that.
I'm asking you.
It's a never have you ever.
Okay.
You can't say it if you've done it.
Have you done it?
No.
You've never done it.
Uh-uh.
I've never done it either.
You're such a liar.
I've only my caption.
You have.
My,
Bro, your Instagram bio used to be a subliminal message
yes,
to me.
My Instagram bio was a subliminal message to you, but that's not a post.
What was your bio again?
not telling you on here.
Alrighty. Something about how he's the best.
No.
Something about how I'm the best you never had. I'm the best you
It
ever
was,
get.
Who's better for you than the boy, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Edit that part out.
So, who's better for me than you? Huh?
Yes, that was the question.
That was his subliminal message that he put in his Instagram bio in the hopes that I would see it.
And serious question mark as well.
During the this was during the 2-year stage where I hated his guts and I wasn't checking his Instagram bio and I didn't care. I didn't care what his Instagram bio said.
Sam, you
I
act
would
like-
never have in a million years thought, yeah, okay, that bio is
Sam.
about me.
Sam, if you just saw me, if I just spoke to you in those 2 years for 10 seconds, you would have been like, I love him again.
No.
Wallah, you would have.
Oh, no, literally.
I am that confident in
You
myself.
spoke to me again and I still hated you, bro.
No, trust me.
You drove past my house and I ranted to my
No,
sister,
if-
this scumbag is coming and saying
if
hello
you gave
to me.
5 minutes to talk to you, you would have loved me again.
No, mate.
100%.
No, hated your guts.
No, 100%. I know what makes you tick. I know how to talk to you.
Now, back then you didn't.
Yes, I do.
You didn't know anything about
This
me.
is when I was reformed.
You didn't know anything about me or what's ticking.
Anyway,
Anyways, no, I've never wrote I've never wrote an Instagram post about you.
what a rude.
Can you think of something that you thought was about me that you wrote that
Bro,
about?
that is such a lie.
What?
That is such a lie. I don't know, but I know you've definitely written something about me.
No, I haven't.
You have. Anyway, go. Next question.
Why would I ever write something subliminal about you?
Because, if I ever made you upset, like back in the days, you would put like a quote like, "This is why I should only focus on school. Good night," and then you'd just go to sleep.
Oh yeah, I put that on Instagram.
Facebook.
I'm sure I've written a Facebook status about you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
but it was only ever calling you a scumbag.
Yeah, get over yourself, Miss Innocent.
Yeah, it
here.
was definitely something. I in high school I did that.
Okay, next question.
When I was in high school, I told you I was like, this guy's a scumbag.
Next question. You're so funny. Ha ha ha.
Anyways,
Nothing like, I bet the best person in the world today.
no.
Oh, so nice. Next question.
Actually, I probably wrote something about you, but I didn't post it anywhere. Something about just like in a fantasy dream world, like something about
You definitely did. You showed me those notes.
what?
All those notes you wrote about me. You wrote about me.
What?
You told me them. I don't remember them.
I'm sure I wrote something about that back in the day. In saying that, we'll finish with this last question. And I don't know, again, if you've ever done this. But never have I ever believed that my toys had feelings.
No. I did, after I watched Toy Story, I did try and catch them moving a lot. But...
Toy Story is one of Bill's favourite shows.
Yeah, ever.
Movies.
Ever.
So you did. Did you think that they had feelings?
I don't know, not feelings, but I did think
You think
that...
they were alive?
Yeah, I thought they were going to move, and I kept trying to catch them. And I never caught them.
I saw Tiffany's teddy move once. No one's gonna believe that story, so
I believe it.
let's just not go in depth about it because no one's gonna believe it. Everyone's gonna think I'm crazy. But when I was a kid, I saw Tiffany's teddy move. It walked, and then it dropped down. In saying that, we finished our Never Have I Ever session, and I feel like I've learnt some new stuff.
Yeah.
Have you learnt some new stuff?
Yeah, Sam's a narrative girl.
Bill's
Sam's a create her own narrative and run with it girl.
Bill's refused to accept the truth boy and gets angry at my opinions boy. With that being said, if you guys have not already joined our Patreon family, then make sure you do, because we upload an exclusive podcast to Patreon every single month, and it's only $3 a month for you to join and support us on Patreon so that we're able to continue to make podcasts like this. And our next podcast for Patreon is going to be very, very exciting. I think it's going to be a really good podcast. So make sure that you tune in and sign up to be able to listen to that one. And also, our last podcast that we already posted, you guys were so excited about and loved it so much. So you got to be filled in on a very big secret that we have. So With that being said,
remember to sanitize.
with that being said, like Bilal said at the beginning of this podcast, you could be anywhere on the internet right now. So thank you so much for spending the last hour with us. We really do appreciate it. Do you want to say anything? Like, are you going to close out the podcast at all?
Yes. What was the last thing you said?
Just literally just say anything. Like, just say anything at this point.
Thank you for sticking around this long on the podcast. We really
I already
appreciate it.
said that.
Thank you for listening to us for this
You know
long.
what, you guys?
no, wait. Let me finish it.
Goodbye.
No, let me finish it.
Assalamu alaikum.
I'm really good at this.
No.
Let me finish it.
I already said all that stuff.
Just wait.
Wait, go.
Thank you.